Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. One more thing I wanted to add before we get started here is that I will pick up on the energies of the cards based on the surrounding cards. And the meanings will come through differently every time based on the other cards that are there in the reading. And I get asked this a lot, like how come the meaning of the card is changing? Because the surrounding cards are changing. And I will periodically explain to you why I say what I say, because of the energies of the cards that are there in the reading at that point in time. And I also give you references to the energies that I picked up on the prior cards, and that will affect the meaning of the cards that come after that. So I just wanted to put it out there so that you're mindful of which cards are paired up in the reading. Now, let's get to it. So the first card you have, Gemini, is the card of timing, and it says, patience needed. It further says, be mindful not to rush or push your agenda at this time. Trust in divine timing, and less is instant gratification, less an instant gratification. So this is another time of instant gratification for you, Gemini. It's the time of delayed gratification. And nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you why. First, let me finish what's written here. It says, having patience allows everything to unfold as it should. Absolutely. If we rush the process, the outcomes change. And you know that. I mean, especially, when we say things before we know the entire picture, when we do things, which need not be done or should not have been done, it changes the course of our lives. And so I feel that having patience and divine timing are for real, and they should be practiced. Actually, it's a huge positive quality to have. Like if we can wait through things, if we have the patience for it, the results come out way much more better than what we had anticipated. Now, further it says the seeds have been planted. Now let them grow. So the seeds have already been planted, whether you did it or whether the universe did it for you. And let them grow. You cannot bloom a flower in a day. It takes its own timing. It takes its own time. And that's what this divine timing is all about. It further says here, trust that the universe is assembling the perfect puzzle pieces on your behalf. And you cannot even see it, Gemini, because it's all happening behind the scenes. It further says, your most brilliant ideas and most joyful connections will blossom not when you chase them, but when you create a calm, fertile space for them to arrive. And how do we do that? Declutter our mind, our calendars, our home spaces. When we bring inner peace, when we take to inner calm, meditate, to have that, inner peace of mind, that's when we have the right charity. We know where to invest. We know whether we should be waiting or we should be walking out from there, or whether, there will be growth, or do we need to, look for something else. But it takes time, even a sprout of a seed takes a day or 2 or 3 to even show that slight signs of sprouting. So it further says over here, your patience is not passive. Being patient doesn't mean you stop the work on hold. It's just that something that you have been, a little bit impulsive, or, where you want things to happen like really fast in whichever area that is for you. It's going to be different for each one of you, but those areas where you're just unable to wait for things to happen is the area that you need to actually wait. Wait in the sense you don't have to stop all work and all eyes on what's going on. It's not like that. You cannot stop all work and wait for that a little bloom or little sprout to show up, right? We don't do that. It just happens if it's meant to be. And we just have to trust that it's going to happen if it's meant to be, and wait for that moment. While not putting everything else on hold. And it further says here, your patience is not passive. It is the most powerful, active state of co-creation with the divine. Breathe, trust, and watch the magic unfold in its own perfect time. Right, because we cannot see things working out behind the scenes. but just knowing that they are working behind the scenes, that's the kind of trust and faith you need to have in yourself, in the universe right now. And once you build that kind of faith, that strong faith, you'll feel less anxious. You will feel like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I cannot rush it. I would say the best thing is to just, keep doing the other things that you are doing without even thinking about it. It's hard. It is very hard. But let me tell you, a watched pot never boils. That's the energy out here. A watched pot will never boil. So just if you're waiting on something, you can just check up on it once or twice a day, and that's it. But then leave it for it to bloom and grow, and it's in its own time. So with this energy, I feel that you might be feeling, or you in the next few days, or probably what you need to do is you need to be more you need to slow down your pace. First of all, the pace of work, not rush it on, because Gemini, you're the air sign, you're the third house energy. You're always doing something or the other, thinking about something, or even physically doing something. You're multitasking all the time. You're doing this, that, and the 3, 4 things going on at the same time. But here, this energy is asking you to be present in one task fully. Don't scatter your energies, because your undivided attention is needed in other areas or in a certain area as well. So if you take to the, methodical process of just working on one thing, finishing it up, and then doing another thing, finishing it up, and things like that, instead of working on 100 projects at the same time, because everything needs our attention. Everything needs an attention to detail as well, to think things through, to organize things, to plan things out in that area. So when we're well paced out, we become more thoughtful, we understand the things better. Also, in general, when we pace ourselves out, we become less impulsive, we become less reactive, we take a moment to pause, think, and then answer, and then respond. So I feel that when you're more invested into something and you're pacing it out, not rushing it or not being impulsive or here, there, everywhere. When you work with collected energies, like not scattered energies, then you will be able to do things with lesser mistakes, lesser errors, and not say things that you regret saying later. So that is very much needed from you at this point in time. And try to meditate, try to bring in some meditative practices. There's a lot of mind yoga going on that will help you calm the mind. And once you calm the mind, everything feels like, okay, where it's exactly where we need to be, that acceptance comes through much faster. So try to use some mind yoga and bring, and calm your mind down. Now, sorry about that noise, guys. Yeah, so I do feel I'm picking up on energies where, where a Gemini is actually patient enough to wait for, I'm picking up an energy of a Gemini that's trying to access a website and it's not loading. Either the internet is slow or something like that, and you're gonna have to wait for a little bit for that website to load, and you having the patience for waiting without refreshing the screen is the energy that I'm picking up for you guys. Sometimes actually waiting does help. Like, for example, I've noticed when you pour wine, just before drinking, if you just let it sit there in the glass for just a bit, not, immediately drink it up as soon as it's out of the bottle, there is a little bit slight change in its flavor. So when try this out, if you haven't done that, pour the wine and let it sit in your glass versus immediately drink it up like in a second, you will see the difference in the flavor. So it's that kind, it's just a pause makes things change, flavor makes it more flavorful. Now, I'm also picking up on energy where Geminis are actually talking to people without interrupting them. It's like, sometimes when we sit together with our friends and colleagues, and and we're hearing something, our friends tell us something, and we immediately jump in to say, oh yeah, it happened to me too, and this, that, and that, and enjoyment, finish, wait for them to finish it, right? So I'm picking up an energy of Gemini who's actually listening to the entire conversation or story, whatever the friend is telling or the colleague or family member is telling without actually interrupting, is the energy that I'm picking up for you guys in the next few days. Um, Now, some of you might also be waiting for the sale prices to go down for those select items. You might have put it in your basket or in the cart and things like that. And now you're waiting for a sale to actually buy those items, And why not? It's better than paying the full price, I feel. Now, some of you might also need to wait a little bit for, if you're planning to sell a property or buy a property or something like that. Some of you might be waiting it out to see how the market is shifting in the buyer's favor or in the seller's favor, and making an analysis of it and then going out there to buy properties. I feel that you're not being as impulsive, even if you like the property as much. And nothing wrong with that. I know people that have waited for a month or 2 or 3 to see like if a house is available in a specific neighborhood in a community. And they narrowed it down to a community, and they said that whichever house would be available in a certain community, then we'll go there. And then I think in 3 or 4 months, a house was available, and then they went and bought it. So it might be something like that for you as well. Now, now I'm also picking up energies on some Geminis that have started learning something difficult. Maybe it's a difficult language, or it's instrument that you have that you're trying to pick up, or something like that you're trying to learn. And I feel that you're being very patient with that process, because you know that, it doesn't have the mastery or fluency of that subject or that instrument, or it could be anything else. Maybe you're learning a language, or maybe you're learning to cook, or you're trying to become a chef, whatever is that domain for you, you know that it's not going to happen overnight. So you need patience to become a master of the craft. So, and I feel that you accept that it's not going to happen overnight, and you're ready to put in the work, so that you're able to truly master it. I also feel that some of you Geminis, I feel that, I'm picking up an energy of a Gemini that constantly keeps changing the subject of conversation, and I feel that now, in the next few days, the cosmic energies, the planetary movements are going to give you that patient energy, like I said, even before that, patiently listening to everyone's point of view or their story, or allow them to finish their sentences. And then you see, you can add on to that topic, or you can, see whatever you want. But I feel that picking up energies of Geminis that would even let people finish their sentences, and immediately you want to just spew out something and say something to them. But I feel that you got to hold back on that. Even for some Geminis, I've heard that like I know that Geminis are, it's the air energy, right? It's air. You're always learning, thinking, talking, formulating, planning, and things like that. So you know a lot, and you want to say a lot. So I feel that sometimes Geminis, you get a little impatient, because air is fast moving. You can't contain air, right? It's fast moving. So sometimes you just keep flipping the topic of conversation, and sometimes that could be a little bit annoying. Just a tad bit of caveat over there with this energy. So you'll need to build that patience to, wait for other people to finish it. Even if you have something that you want to see in your mind, and you feel that you're going to forget it, and you want to spew it out. But everybody, it's the same thing with everybody here, irrespective of whether you're a Gemini or what. People have so many things on their mind, and sometimes we just miss out on what. But then cutting people off and then, changing the subject is a little bit more annoying than that. And on that front, I'm also feeling that some of you might be starting up a business or something like that. Maybe it's on social media, or maybe it's just offline, online, anywhere. And I feel that you're making sure that, whatever you're trying to launch or do, you know exactly what you want out of that. It's like, thinking things through, and planning things around it, or putting the puzzle pieces together. That's what I got the energy of, putting the puzzle pieces together, and things like that. So some of you could be in that phase as well, trying to have the resources in place, putting the resources in place and things like that. Now, trivia time. And I say this because this is a great resource where you guys can go watch this resource, online resource, media, movie, show, song, whatever this is, and learn a thing or two from it. And I promise you, you won't regret listening to these things because they're so beautiful. You know, the song that comes to mind with this energy, and it's been playing in my mind. Like I said, like Gemini, I'm being a Gemini today. I'm not a Gemini, but I'm being a Gemini today because I had this song playing in my head for such a long time and I want to say that. And I was like, okay, waiting for the right time to say that. Anyways, I feel that, you know, there is a beautiful song that I wanted to share with you guys. It's been playing and I've been listening to it for such a... The next card you have, Gemini, is the Warp Speed. And it further says, taking swift action, moving forward with the plan, quick movement forward, energizing yourself, adapting to sudden changes, taking setbacks in stride, embracing the idea that nothing stays the same forever. I feel that, okay, let me read further. If further says, the universe is aligning, turning your thoughts into reality at an astonishing rate. Your mind is the engine, and the cosmos is providing the nitrous oxide. Use this incredible momentum to launch your ideas into the world, connect with your tribe, and race towards your dreams. Just remember to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road. This is not a time for distracted driving. Focus your energy and you will travel further in the next few weeks than you have in years. Enjoy the thrill of the ride. So Gemini, this is such a Gemini energy. Moving fast, thinking fast, you know, your mind is always active, always restless. And I feel that with that patience card being the starting of the reading, I feel that you have been patient. You have been keeping patient. And I already mentioned that things are working in the background for you. Some things you might be able to see, some you might not be able to see. But I feel that having the faith that things are working out fine, everything's aligning for you. So I feel that you will, because of that patience that you have kept, and the universe has applauded you for your patience. There is fast forward movement now so that you can manifest things that you have been wanting to. You can move forward with your plans at a really fast speed. This is really fast speed. So I feel that you will have to think on your feet, quick ideas, talking, meetings, you know, talking to a lot of people. Maybe you have back-to-back meetings planned or back-to-back events planned. You know, it doesn't have to be meetings. It's just that I see a Gemini who's getting so busy with phone ringing here and there, excited, you know, go here, go there, planning out things, feeling exhausted because there is so much activity happening during the day. So I do feel that you will be getting really busy, you know, calling the shots, making the decisions. You might have to do it like, you know, really fast. Then, yeah, a lot of things, you know, moving that have been stagnant, and not stagnant, I would say, things that have been brewing in the background are now available to you to get that boost forward, right? It's a huge breath from the universe towards you. So I do feel that some of you, you know, I told you with that patient energy and divine timing, I see that a Gemini is waiting for an app to download or a website to download. I feel that some of you might be actually boosting up your internet connection so that your downloads and your streaming speed it increases. Or you just get that burst of energy that you're able to do a lot of things in a single day. You know, you've been meaning to do this, that, and the third, and suddenly you have all this energy, which makes you really productive. So some of you could be in that zone as well. Now, some of you, I feel that, you know, it's the energy I'm picking up that when you're on the street, that all the lights start turning green as you approach the as you approach the traffic lights. They start turning green. So you don't have to wait for it. It's that kind of energy that you're there and that light turns green. It's a green light from the universe as well. So now some of you, this could be related to corporate work. Some of you, this could be related to your personal business or personal projects. This can also be sports related because speed is also very highly related to sports. So some of you could be training and, breaking records in speed or running marathons and things like that. Um, or this could even be, I'm also picking up energies of distribution happening really fast. Maybe some of your products are selling out fast. Maybe they got really popular. Maybe there's a video that covered, there may be a TikTok trend that covered your store or something like that. Or you're selling online or selling somewhere where some product goes really viral and you have to now sell a lot of products and ship them out at a good speed. So this could be in for those of you business owners as well. I'm getting like online fashion, Shein, and all of those hyper trends that are getting popular on TikTok. It could be something like that, specifically dresses and shoes is the energy I'm picking up. That could be selling really fast for some of you. Now, this also related to, I'm also picking up the energy where somebody listed their house and it sold within less than 24 hours and it sold way above the asking price because there's so many offers came and, you guys were like, you know what, we've got the best offers. We don't want to wait anymore to see any more offers. This is more than what we had anticipated, more than what we had asked. And we're giving the home away. We're selling it away to the person who came up with the highest bid. So under 24 hours, it's something called as a pocket listing, I would say, is what I learned. Pocket listing. So some of you could be in that situation as well, that you own homes that are selling out really fast. Either there's a shortage of homes around, or a lot of people want to buy homes in that neighborhood. Or it could be, I feel, very smart city vibes. I feel like a neighborhood that's getting a massive upgrade. Like, a lot of construction going on, a lot of commercial construction going on, a lot of residential homes getting a facelift or, that lift, that upgrade, or something happening really fast that's increased the price of your property like really fast, and a lot of tickers in that neighborhood. It could be due to some developments that are going on around, and the developments that are anticipated, they happen at a really warp speed. So it could be something like that as well. Or this could be you that's reading up a lot of content or reading up a lot of books, at a very fast speed. This could be for some of you as well. Now, I'm also picking up an energy of K-pop. So, I really enjoy K-pop a lot, and I just enjoy the BTS band that is there. And some of you might relate to that. Some of you might not. If you don't relate to it, go see some of the BTS, catch their album. I'm not promoting them. I just love them. And that's why I wanted to share a piece of me with you. So I really enjoy watching the K-pops and K-dramas and things like that. So some of you might be into that as well. And I like how, Korean products and things like that, they really took on the market and they just spread so far and wide. It was a global sensation in a very short amount of time. So something like that, you could be creating musical albums, or you might be pairing up with teens and media or movies or something like that, or concerts even, that are just, exploding. And meeting an explosion of energy, people coming to watch maybe your show, or you've become an overnight sensation. Some Gemini over here has become an overnight sensation, I do feel. So it's going to be an action-packed week or month, the next few weeks for you, Gemini. So get ready for it. Don't exhaust yourself. It's the energy where Mark Zuckerberg created the Facebook. We all know his story. If you haven't if you don't know his story, then you need to watch a movie which is called The Social The Social Network. It's called The Social Network. And that, and that tag from that social tag from that social media platform, it was an idea that he got, right? It started with college. It started with his dorm room, and then how it just took on the world in such a small amount of time. It's that kind of unstoppable growth energy that you will be experiencing in the next few days and weeks, Geminis. And I'm really happy for you. So it's great that you're producing, good quality material or work, something which is distributed or is, high, maybe you have to sell at a high volume or something like that. But you're doing it in a very short amount of time. And it's a great energy. It's an explosive energy of great progress and short amount of time. For some of you, this could be that you have learned the skill and you learned it really fast. It could be that as well. Now, some of you, and of course, towards you, Gemini, this is related to you. You're the air element as well. So, a lot of thoughts and ideas, a lot of meetings, whether it's corporate office or just meetups with deep, a lot of information exchange. We might be talking a lot, talking a lot, or texting a lot, and a lot of social. For those of you that are out there in the talking to a lot of people, and there are social butterflies, but also see an increase in the invites and parties that you're attending or getting recognition and captured on media as well. Now, this is also a flash of imagination or of aha moment or a flash of enlightenment even, and I've experienced this as well. I'm not a Gemini. Like I told you, I'm not a Gemini, but I've experienced this swift movement. It could be a spiritual aha moment. It could be anything. It could be a breakthrough. It could be something, just like the vaccines, how they develop so fast in such a short amount of time. It's that kind of an energy. There is, when I was reading about Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, there is a concept called as Satori. And excuse me if I'm saying the words incorrectly, but this is how I learned it. This is how I remember it. But these are moments where you get the, enlightenment, like, why did this happen and why? And I should have done this, and this is what needs to be done. It's like those breakthrough moments where, it's like those kind of fast, instant things that just come to mind for a second and nothing is the same again. It's like, maybe you're at a pageant and you won the crown and you're like, nothing is the same again, right? Because now you are the winner of a contest and you have responsibility and things like that. So it's that kind of a moment where you win the crown. Miss Universe Scrum or something like that. So Gemini, get ready for this roller coaster, but the only caveat is stay focused. Just be the laser beam, right? Laser beam, right? Focus on one single dot. Don't be the spray, don't be scattered like the spray bottle or the fireworks or something like that. Don't be scattered in your energies. Just focus it in one single direction and you will be able to accomplish so much that you would have never imagined. If Father says over here, you are no longer crawling or even walking, you are being launched into your future. Embrace the speed and enjoy the ride. So congratulations, Geminis. I see you doing a lot, achieving a lot. Your mind is great. You have a brilliant mind, brilliant ideas. People appreciate your ideas so much. Whatever you've been wanting to do for such a long time, it's happening way much faster now. So only thing is don't burn yourself out, like I mentioned. And also, you might need to be more flexible, more adaptable, right? That's when we thrive. Don't be rigid on your ideas. And a lot of change is going to happen. So buckle up. The delays are over. This is your time. This is the divine timing for you, I would say, Gemini, because things are certainly going to click, certainly move forward. And, it's your time. Corpi Diem, seize the day, seize the opportunities, and just, be that unstoppable Gemini that you always. The next card you have, Gemini, is the Six of Earth, and it further says success. This is the Earth element. So there is a second house energy, which is the house of Taurus, and also a moon energy. So moon in Taurus is what it is. This is the success. This is earth element. There is a huge pot of gold, and there is rainbow colors on top of this pot of gold. And like we say, there is a pot, there is a gold pot at the end of the rainbow. This is that pot, which is now yours, Gemini. So, and these are your accomplishments. These are your rewards that you have been working for, striving for such from a long time. Something that you've been hoping that the universe, the people, the team, or the community will recognize and reward you with. And this, you are getting it done. This is a really successful time, very well-deserved moment. Pat yourself on the back for every word that you have put in, because you will feel, positive, successful, very generous, for the opportunity, and also be grateful for the opportunities that led to this moment. The opportunities. Be thankful to the universe for lining this up for you. It's like also sharing your bounty with other people, whether it's produce that you grow and you're sharing it with other people, or in general, something that you have earned. Maybe you made millions and now you want to give it away to community for the higher good of the community. I've known so many philanthropists, for those of you that don't know, but if it comes to mind, I have to say it. somebody that I truly admire, LeBron James. The family has a foundation to give it away to give education to kids, school going growing kids that are struggling with studies. So it's called I Promise School. It's such a beautiful way you give back, and so many more philanthropists. Um, uh, and we all know about Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation, where they do so much of um, philanthropy. They give away so much for health, for education, for development. So much they generate generously. So some of you might be in a generous spirit as well of giving, and sharing your bounty. Maybe you've had a produce, good produce, you want to share it with your neighbors, or you made some money and you want to just go party with your family or friends. Maybe you want a small ticket amount in a lottery and you want to go just, visit some place with your friends and family. It could be something like that. Or in general, maybe you've completed projects and you're getting rewarded for some gift money and things like that, and you want to share with people. Or some of you could be just donating to charities, or some of you could be donating clothes and things that you have not used in a long time that are as good as new. You want to share it with people so that they can use it as well. So, and this gives immense satisfaction to anyone and everybody who's involved in those charitable generous spirits. It will bring you a lot of happiness and satisfaction. And another thing is there is also not only just bounty, it's the appreciation that comes with it. It's the recognition that comes with it, just knowing that you are valued by the people around you, in your family or in your neighborhood, in your community, in your office, wherever that accolade or this recognition is coming to you from. It shows how much people appreciate you for what you bring to the table or in their lives. This could just be your friends that are celebrating you for having you in their lives. You might be doing something that is unique. And people are really grateful for having you in their lives. So this is your celebration. It's a celebration of you also. That's how I see it, Gemini. So I feel that a lot of people will connect with you because not just because they want something from you, but they know you to be a good person. Everybody wants to be connected to good people. So some of you might be connecting with more people, like-minded individuals who are equally generous. There's like to pass on the talent further is also something that I'm picking up. There is this supermodel that I know of, and I've been reading about her a lot. Not have been, I always have been in that sense. So I follow a supermodel like Naomi Campbell, and she's a legendary icon, right? Everybody knows her, and she mentors the next generation, people, the models, and everything, because she wants to pass on those tips, tricks, connections, networks, the knowledge gained through, years of struggle and, been there, done that, and now passing it on to the using that knowledge for mentoring the next generation is also something that comes with this, and it's a very truly generous spirit. So some of you might be also I'm picking up an energy, and some of you might relate to it, some of you might not. Where I went to a place. This is very like about 30 minutes away. For another 30 minutes, like an hour away from where I live, and it's a very small town over there, and they received they got a recognition. I think it was in a magazine or something like that. They got recognized for being the best main street. The town won actually a prize, and they gave away free ice creams, to everyone who was there in that town for making it such a beautiful town that it won the cover on the magazine. So some of you might be living in such areas that are being awarded, rewarded for, or for creating something like a landmark or remarkable in that city or town, or neighborhood even. So something like that. Or just celebrating with your team because you work together, you create a project that was a huge success and people are liking it, and you're just celebrating. I also feel that because this energy is coupled with the warp speed. I already told you, we already discussed that energy, right? So it's like a shop online that goes viral and you get so many orders and you make a lot of money. So it could be that as well. Or you could be inheriting some kind of inheritance system somewhere from your family and this, that, and the third. And that, makes you financially more secure. Financial security is coming to your mind with this energy of horse. It's financial security. It's the gratitude to everybody who has, contributed to this financial security, creating that financial freedom for yourself. Or, paying off loans. Some of you could be paying off loans as well. So let me read what's written over here. It says, your personal success is a blessing that ripples out, uplifting everyone around you. You have enough to share, and in sharing, you create more. So exactly, this is the financial rewards, and I already went over that. The recognition that you truly deserve is all yours now. So I feel that you will be putting that to good use, Gemini. I mean, it's not about being boastful or, flashing it all out on social media. Because that might, bring you some negative energy or backlash from people that you're flaunting or whatever. But I don't think you're all about that. I feel that you're going to use this moment to help and uplift other people or society or something like that, So now, others of you, this could be also in the relation to a startup, Startups have that profit sharing model. And those of you who have worked in startups will know that when you can buy the stocks and, when the company goes public, you can share those profits, with the team, with the higher ups or something like that. How it works is going to be different for each of you. But I'm also picking up that some of you could be making big in startups as well. And while, it's exactly, the energy that I'm picking up that that, when the seeds are carried away by the winds and they drop it here and there, and then, from there sprouts those flowers and plants as well. It's that kind of energy. Like, it's like, when you were meeting people, talking to them, or, just hanging out with them and through that communication, some topic or it came up and people just supported you, or you came together with people and created a business out of it. And, it's something like that because it's a very tangible kind of a vibe that I'm picking up, earth element and air element combined into this. So it's like, it's like through communication, a lot of communication, processing, deals, networking, those kind of resources created these physical rewards for you. Now, I'm also feeling an energy of, agriculturally. So some of you might, agriculture as well. You might be investing into yellow crops like corn or sunflowers or something, or mangoes or something like that. You might be investing into yellow crops. There is a program for farmers which is called the CSA, Community Supported Agricultural Program, which a lot of people are participating in. And I've also heard about that. And I'm also going to participate in it someday. But it's about where, you pay the farmers right at the beginning or monthly or something like that. It's very different for each one of you. And then when they have a good harvest, they distribute it according to your contribution or your fair share of it or something like that. So it's like all those farmers, the local growers, and even the farmers market, the people, it's like the community comes together, pay them for growing those organic fruits, vegetables, and when the bounty is there, they give it back to the people who have lent them the resources. So it's a very popular, getting popular. I don't know how popular it is in your city or country. You can start it or you can check out with your neighborhood if there is something like this available. Now, some of you might be working with people, like I said, collaborating on projects, coming together with the team. It could be your own individual project, something to do with communication, with social media, but the success is going to be big. And it's like, people come together, somebody does this, that, and the third. So it's a shared success, of course. So it's not like a do it alone kind of success, though for some of you, it could be like making big to the ramp or, you going viral through or something that you created. But for the most part, I feel it's like a team coming together. Now, team doesn't have to mean so many people. It could be more than one is also a team to me. So 2 people, 3 people, however many, come together, create something which is very powerful and successful. So good fortune and celebration. And I see that a lot of you will be out there celebrating with your family, friends, enjoying in vacation or parties or home parties, but celebrating in your own special ways. And, and if you do that, Gemini, don't forget to play this song by Diana Ross. It's called I'm Coming Up. And I love, love, love that song. It's so much for you, Gemini. It's called I'm Coming Up. I want the world to know I'm gonna let it show. So much for you that song is, I feel. Diana Ross created the song for this moment of Geminis. So great energy. And the last card for today you have Gemini is the Little Red Riding Hood, and it says, I am not a victim. Number 3, there is a wolf in the background. There is this little girl with a red cloak, which is so powerful, you know. Look at her expression, so powerful. She has turned her pain into power. This is what I'm picking up on. So if Father says, this is a secret initiation into your own power. You are being called to put on the red cloak of your own authority and walk through the forest of life with your eyes wide open. Your greatest weapon is your truth, spoken clearly and without apology. Stop telling the old story of what was done to you and start telling the new story of what you have overcome. You are not a little girl lost in the woods. You are the wolf. You are the hunter. You are the guardian of the secret path. Now go and claim it. Yeah, very powerful energy over here, Gemini. It's like you're claiming your power. You're moving away from people that have brought you down. You know, you're not buying into anybody's manipulative tactics, no longer people pleasing, right? And that's giving you a sense of power, and not power, I would say empowered. So, yeah, I do feel that you are in the energy of not taking BS from anybody. You know, you are staying more focused, having stronger boundaries. Boundaries in the sense not erecting walls, not lashing out, but just, you know, standing up for yourself. It's like you'll see that people treat you with more respect, or you might feel that people that are not aligned with you are probably, or not having your best interest at heart, are, you know, not the priority anymore. So it's all about standing tall in your own right, in your convictions. I feel that some of you might be working on your back posture as well. So you might feel like you might look a little taller unless you're wearing heels. So I do feel that some of you are working on your posture, on your spine, and you're standing more taller, not slouching. I do feel that some of you are also seeing things very clearly, not beating around the bush. And, you know, you found your voice as the kind of energy. And yeah, it's like finding your voice, you know, speaking up. Like maybe in a meeting, somebody stole your idea and, you know, or taking the credit for your work. And you're standing up and you're saying that, you know, it's you know, true, you know, it's like, you know, the whole teamwork down, you know, this was your idea and this, that, and the third. So you're kind of stepping up. This is a step up. Now, for some of you, this could be that, you know, you've been taking on work. People said, okay, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? And now you're like, you know what? I cannot. I have my own work. I have my own to-do list. I have my own priorities to manage. I will not be able to take this extra work on. So some of you might be doing that as well. I'm also picking up an energy of Geminis that are changing passwords because you feel that, you know, some people have access to your accounts and information, and that's something that you do not want at this point in time. So some of you might be changing some passwords as well. I'm also picking up an energy of, you know, anti-bullying. Like maybe you've been through a lot in the past and now you're like, you know, there was a Me Too movement some time back where everybody just stood up and spoke and shared their stories about how they were harassed, how they were bullied and things like that. So something like a Me Too movement happening right now for you, Gemini. Now, some of you might be experiencing this energy play out around you where, you know, some developer of a real estate has taken over some kind of land to build something which is not appreciated by the neighborhood or by the people that are living over there, the residents. They're not appreciating what the next development is coming up right next to their home. So they're speaking up now, voicing their opinions against that developer or that company that, you know, we don't want this kind of a development around our house. So some of you could be participating in those kind of protests as well. But in general, this is a very confrontational energy, like, you know, bring it on kind of a vibe. Like if somebody's saying something to you, you're like, okay, I understand what's going on, what you're saying. No, I'm not going to buy into this. I'm not going to do this. You know, it's like you're no longer somebody who, you know, is going to take all the BS. And I swear there is a song that Demi Lovato has created for you. I listen to so many songs and they touch me so deeply. This one for you, Gemini, is sorry, not sorry. And that is just purely this energy of not being a victim. It's like, I'll give you some words. I don't know the entire song, but I'll share with you a few words that I remember, and the rest of you who have not heard that song, you really need to hear it. I wonder why you have not heard that song. The song title is Sorry, Not Sorry, and it is by Demi Lovato. I'm not promoting anything or anyone, just sharing a piece of something that I enjoy doing myself. Okay, and the song is, now I'm out here looking like revenge, feeling like a 10, the best I have ever been. So go listen to the song, guys. Don't make me sing it. Um, this entire song is like, an anthem for this Red Riding Hood energy where is this person, it's the song on a person who is rising from a difficult situation, rising stronger, more harder, and, fully empowered. It's that kind of an energy. And for those of you who want to see a movie, you can see Kill Bill, which is totally this energy of I'm not a victim. It's about a bride who goes through so much and finally hunts down the people who have done her wrong. It's just this energy. I mean, look at this wolf and that red cloak. Oh my God, you're on fire, Gemini. So, totally in your power, keeping away at bay things, whether it's social media that's not uplifting you, people, or that's not uplifting you, or some of you might be sharing, whatever you need to share about yourself, about your life, the ups and downs, anything you might be writing up a lot of blogs where you felt that you couldn't do that before. So some of you might be doing that as well. Or some of you might be joining some martial arts, some kind of a self-defense class where you're able to, kind of, no, so the martial arts class, yeah, that's, a self-defense class to protect yourselves. Or you could be just telling the people around you to, talk to you respectfully, or else you're not going to talk to them. So about vibing, yeah, sometimes we need to tell this to people that are rude and disrespectful that we won't talk unless unless people are coming at you with positive energy or are able to talk to calmly. And others of you, I'm picking up strong whistleblower energy. So you might be sharing things that are not going ethically around you, maybe at your workplace or maybe in your community. Some people are like, in corporate, so somewhere in your team, this, that, and the third, you might be seeing something which is not right. Some of you might be a whistleblower to that as well. And, sometimes whistleblowers, they bring about such huge change in the corporate culture or in the community or in the world sometimes, Whistleblowers do a big job, great job, actually. So speak things out, Gemini. This is actually a boost to your energy of communicating, your gift of gab. I would say the natural talkers, the communicators, the networkers of the zodiac. And I feel that this energy is empowering you to speak your truth. You can write, you can say things that are not sitting well or things that are not right around you. Powerful advocacy buyers. You might be advocating for the people that, that are not powerful or strong enough to voice their own opinions. It's just that, the caveat with this energy is there is a negative swing to this that don't let your words, your communication become aggressive, or don't start fighting and shouting with people. I don't think you're doing that because you're actually in the energy of speaking respectfully and having people speak to you respectfully. But sometimes, our own words, maybe said gently, also kind of create turmoils and conflicts. So that's the only caveat with this, that don't create those unnecessary conflicts, to get that attention. Don't create any kind of drama. Be articulate, be wise with your communication, not the one that starts the fires. It says further here, you are not a lamb to the slaughter. You are the wolf whisperer, the woodswoman, the hero. Your story is yours to rewrite. Yeah, strong advocacy vibes, very powerful, transformative energy. Maybe you're hearing from the past and you're now feeling strong. It's like turning into power. It's that kind of an energy. And I feel that You're acting on your instincts now. You're trusting yourself more. You're feeling more confident to act and say things that you probably did not have before. I do feel that you're disarming situations, that are not in your favor. I also feel that, you're saying no for an answer. It's like maybe you've taken on too much of people's work and things like that. And now you're saying no because you have to protect your own energy. You have to protect your own time as well, So I do feel that you're feeling powerful. You know that you're no longer the naive person who can be manipulated. You're wise. You are more than strong, responsible, capable of forging your own path forward. So I feel that no situation has any kind of power over you right now. I do feel that your boundaries are strong. Your intuition is also strong, and that's guiding you forward. That's protecting you as well. So, totally in a fiery mode, very fire energy coming from you, Gemini. You might have some fire placements as well, but you're retrieving your power. Nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with saying fierce boundaries or speaking your truth. And I feel that you are the empowered hero or heroine of your own story here with this energy. So read energy here, Gemini. And those were your messages. Hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.